Our political editor, Sue Jameson, is at Westminster. Sue, the government certainly isn't shying away from this one, are they?
No, I think this has been the spikiest debate on immigration in many years. And really, if you look at the background, well, the Conservatives have known they have got a challenge from a resurgent UKIP in some of their key constituencies. They know immigration is more of a debate, perhaps in tough times. And of course, they can't even say with any certainty how many illegal immigrants there are. But what it has done is show a very clear dividing line within the coalition and also within the country. Go home or face arrest. The government's controversial warning to anyone living illegally in the UK.
We've been working very closely with a lot of local groups, local community groups, to enable people who shouldn't be in the United Kingdom to go home in a dignified way rather than being arrested, detained and then enforced and have their removal enforced.
Appearing on vans, billboards and posters across London, critics say the adverts are offensive and a waste of money.
Many of these communities remember the phrase "go home." They remember what it was like to come here in the 1960s, the 1970s, and all the vilification and hatred that they had to endure at that time.
Civil liberties campaigners have now hit back with a van of their own, telling the government to think again.
The posters are okay, making people aware that, it's not acceptable to live here illegally.
I think it might be a waste of time. I think people will be too scared to text in if they got found out. They don't really want to go home. There's a reason why they've come here.
So is this an effective way of tackling the immigration issue or a divisive message that incites racism? And the government may not actually know the answer to that until they weigh up how many people have been effectively targeted and weigh that against the outcry there has been. Some things may be harder to measure, like whether racial tension has been stirred up in some areas ahead of the next election.
Thanks very much indeed, Sue. Joining the studio now by